You are listening to This is Oklahoma, hosted by Mike Hearn, telling stories of Oklahomans and those that have made it their home.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of This is Oklahoma. Mike Hearn here, your host, back with another episode. This episode is presented by the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, telling Oklahoma's story through its people since 1927. Follow them on Instagram at OklahomaHOF or online at oklahomahof.org. My guest today, wow, I'm super excited for this one. Been trying to get this episode for a while. Finally got a chance to sit down with him. My guest was inducted, funnily enough, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame back in 2017. An incredible entrepreneur in the hospitality industry, opening up over 500 restaurants in his 50-year career and continues to open up restaurants with his concepts now. Please welcome to the podcast, Mr. Hal Smith.
You know, and if people ask me what is the key, there certain things you learn in life and you kind of grow up and go, why didn't I think of that before? But procrastination is the worst word in business. Mm-hmm. And if it's a decision that needs to be made or something that has to be accomplished, do it ASAP. Because if you don't, the stress of everything piling up, mm-hmm. of those kinds of things, and procrastination, I learned a long time ago, if it's to be done, do it and get it over with. And that's one thing. The other one is, I mentioned a while ago, is delegation to winners. You can't delegate to losers. You delegate to winners. Mm-hmm. And then you step back. I asked Norm Brinker one time, I said, what's your key to developing people? He mm-hmm. goes, well, first of all, you have to identify who the winners are. Yeah. And you do the interview process 3 or 4 times. Really make sure, as much as you can, test them, psychological testing, and we know what they're all about. And then he said, it's like a racehorse. He said, once you find the right thoroughbred, you train. The day comes, you put them on the track. You don't get in front of them. You get behind them. And if they kind of hit the rail, you pat them on the butt a little bit, get them back out here. Never get in front of them and let them run. And let them take the rope. Let them take as far as they can. And if they need your input, tell them to come ask you. Yeah. Don't go to them and say, here, blah, blah, blah.
Do this. Yeah.
So that's the kind of the culture we have is these guys and gals are in important positions because they are winners. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way it is. So, you know, of all the things I learned, Norm taught me that simple concept. Don't try to do it yourself. When I was a general manager, I tried to do everything myself. I really did. I mean, I had a lot of good waiters and waitresses and bartenders, but I felt like if I wasn't there, the store wasn't going to be run right. Mm-hmm. And that's a killer. It's a
control thing, I guess, just to maintain the standard. You kind of want to do it yourself.
And most people have that. They don't know it sometimes, but most people have that. And it's hard to delegate and know that you spent the time training and you feel good about walking away.
Yeah.